listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
AfterBuzz TV presents Chatting with Cathy. Sit-down interviews with Hollywood's leading actors, artists, and entrepreneurs. And now, your host of Chatting with Cathy, Cathy Kelly.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for doing, and today we are doing another episode of Chatting with Cathy right here on AfterBuzz TV. And today, I'm lucky to be joined by the beautiful Kady Z. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
And you have a lot of accomplishments for being so young. You broke the Billboard Top 100. You have a new album coming out, and you are also going on tour in August.
Yes.
So I want to talk about all of that, your music, obviously Ordinary Girl. And first off, I want to bring it back to the very beginning, how you got your start. So your mother, Pia Zadora, she is a Golden Globe winner and Grammy-nominated artist. And obviously you have a lot of influences from her. I know that you started performing at 3 years old with her. So do you think that that had a lot of influence on becoming a singer eventually?
Definitely, yeah. I always looked up to her. I always felt like it's something that I wanted to be able to take on from her. And she's crazy, but when she gets on stage and she kind of lets go, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I've heard that you said in other interviews that she doesn't hold back when giving you advice. So, like, what is the craziest advice I think that she's given you?
To probably not go into the music industry.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Well, she's had a lot of stuff that she's dealt with, and it's a crazy business. And, when you're a mother, I'm sure you want to protect your children and keep them safe, and sometimes she does that. But she was very, she wanted to keep me in the little, safe bubble, but sometimes the world doesn't really work like that. And you have to just say, screw you, Mom.
Rebelling against your parents is amazing.
You have to.
Yeah. So a lot of kids dream of, aspirations of being in the industry when they're very young. When was the transition from just having singing as a hobby to actually wanting to pursue it as a career?
Well, I sang with my mom till I was about 8 or 9. And then high school, you got to kind of chill out a little bit, figure it out. And then once I graduated, I kind of started to think, well, what do I really want to do? Do I want to sing? I always knew I wanted to sing, but it's like figuring it out.
Yeah.
Where do I fit in? What do I feel like I can do and want to do? And it took a couple of years, and my good friend, Nick, who's my manager, I finally met with him, and I'm like, Nick, I'm serious. I really want to go for this. And he's like, well, send me some stuff, and, we can figure it out. And he set me up with Tone Deaf, who we met, and we started writing, and he produced everything and co-wrote with me. And since then, we've been going crazy.
Yeah.
So it's been good. It's been fun. It's been crazy.
Do you think that since you kind of grew up around the industry that you had a leg up on people that were just starting out, or did that kind of deter you from?
I think I had more of a, you're used to hearing more stuff, bad stuff than normal people. So you're kind of numb when people are like, well, maybe you should not do this or do that for certain reasons, and you have to kind of get through it and go for it. And I think I was used to hearing the crappy side. And it makes it easier, for
Yeah.
sure. I think so. But I don't think it's ever easy in general because nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people who didn't grow up around the industry, they have unrealistic expectations of
Yeah.
what it is. And
Yeah.
a lot of people think it's overnight success for the person that's just found
Yeah.
at the mall. And that's not
Yeah,
the case.
that's not
It's usually
true.
like the people that work the hardest or the people who have,
Yeah.
you know, persevered the longest. And
Yeah. I mean, you have to. You can't expect it to be overnight because if it's overnight, you're not ready. You know, you have to work, you have to put in the time, you have to be ready for people to tell you suck or, you know, whatever. And that's just the truth.
and have a tough skin about it because that's
Yeah,
difficult.
you have to. And it's never easy for, you know, for an artist, for any girl to have tough skin, but especially if you're, you know, you're putting your stuff out there, you're putting your heart on the line and you're just putting it all out there. And if people tell you no, 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 you have to learn to say, okay, that's cool, I'll go somewhere else.
Sometimes that's the best motivator, though, too, is having people tell you that you can't do it.
Yeah,
because then
it
you want
is.
to just prove them wrong.
Exactly. It is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, actually, are you named after your mom's role in Butterfly, Kady? Or is that just random?
No, I totally am.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, it's funny because the man in the movie, Stacy Keach.
Yeah.
He had I don't know what the correct term is. Hair lip. Is that wrong to say?
No.
Okay. So he couldn't say.
I told you unfiltered.
Okay. So he couldn't say the T, so they wrote it in the script as a D, and that became KD, K-A-D-Y. So people are like, oh, really, K-A-D-Y?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know, it's German. But it's actually because Stacy Keach had a problem.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
So I always thought it was like in Mean Girls, the Kady versus Cathy.
Except she is C-A-D-Y. Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, like in Mean Girls, Cathy.
And you have red hair, too, so it totally makes sense.
Yeah. She had blonde hair, though.
In the movie?
Oh, no, you're right. Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan, you're right.
Yeah. Although I think you're much more together than the rest of right now.
Thank you.
So let's get back to your music.
Anyway.
When did you first start songwriting?
Oh, wow. Well, I started a while ago. It's really hard for me to put all my thoughts together because I have these crazy ideas and thoughts. And finally, when Nick put me with Tone, we could kind of filter those thoughts and put them, you know, together in a relatable way.
Yeah.
and since then, it's been, you know, 2 or 3 years since we've been working together.
I heard that you said you like to write songs that are sad more so than songs that are happy because you feel like it means more. So do you tend to write personal stuff more?
Yes. Oh yeah. It's always personal. I think sad songs are the best because, you know, you can't feel sad unless you feel happy. And I feel like
What does that mean?
It means I feel like the most positive people are the most negative people because they've been let down the most.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
You can't understand what happy truly is until you've
Yes.
endured hardships.
Yes. Or you can't understand what sadness means until you've been really happy.
It's deep.
Wow. And it's only like 10:30 in the morning.
We're in a very giddy mood today, so bear with us. So, in addition to your mother being a singer, your grandfather was a violinist.
Yes.
A concert violinist.
Yes.
So, are any other of your family members musically inclined, or are you the only one that?
My aunt, my great aunt, was an opera singer.
Wow.
Yeah, she's crazy.
That's intense.
I know. Well, she's dead now, but she was amazing.
Yeah.
And she also played piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your brothers?
My brother, my younger brother, he sings, but only as a joke. He's good though. He just doesn't. He
As a
can't-
joke?
Well, you know, he's funny, so he likes to put on.
Is that your youngest one?
He's my second youngest.
Okay.
So he's my real brother, kind of. I have a half.
You have a half brother and
yeah.
full brother.
My half brother, he's more of a comedian.
Okay.
He's kind of like fat and really funny, and kind of goofy. we just laugh when he talks.
So
But
he is a good
funny.
singer, though.
Yeah. My brother Christopher. Yeah, he has a good voice.
Yeah.
He's got something going. He has to really own it, though.
Yeah. Any collaborations in the future?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's a good rapper. Surprisingly.
That could be actually really cool.
I know. I told him that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So you do a lot of collaborations. Who is your favorite artist to cover?
That's a really, really good question. We've covered so many people, and we did this really good cover of No Doubt, and it was kind of a mashup. It was, it's been a while. It all gets mashed up in your head at a certain point. It was Just a Girl and Don't Speak, and it was a really fun collaboration. I love Gwen Stefani, so it just felt good because she has so many things to say that every girl can relate to, really.
And I know that you have a lot of inspirations. Gwen Stefani is one of them.
Yeah.
Robin, Micah, like so many people, very eclectic.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think drew you to those artists particularly?
Well, they're very fresh, and you go to, it's dance music, but it's the lyrics are just very, there's still like a soul to it, and they say something, and I think it's relatable, but it's also fun, and it takes you somewhere. And I feel like a lot of music these days, top 40 especially, is very stationary in a way. It's all just kind of, it fits in. And with them, it's a little more fluid, and the lyrics are more, I don't know. They say more, and they make you feel more.
Yeah.
I think.
So while those were some of your inspirations, what were the artists that you looked to when you were growing up?
Madonna, for sure. I had a lot of
That
Frank
was your first
Sinatra.
concert, right?
It was my first concert, and I hardly remember it. My dad told me that he took me. So, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
How
Dad.
old were you?
I don't even remember. I don't even know. But he said I was on his shoulders, and I was very excited.
Yeah.
So I'll just take his word for it. But she's always been, who doesn't look up to Madonna?
Have you seen her since in concert?
No, but I met her at the VMAs one year with my mom.
That's pretty cool.
I know. I really wanted to meet her, and my mom was like, let's do it. So we met her. She signed a CD. I still have it. So awesome.
I've heard from so many people that she's so down to earth. And
She seemed cool.
Yeah.
She seemed really great. I don't know if I really remember it, though. I was so young. In my dreams, I remember it.
Yeah. What other artists did you grow up liking? We were like same generation, so like MTV kind of.
Yeah, well, I liked a lot of Frank Sinatra just because of my mom.
Yeah.
Only because of my mom. I love Tony Bennett. I think he's amazing. I think his voice is better than Frank Sinatra, but I can't really say that because they're both amazing. And but Britney Spears was amazing.
Oh, of course. Who doesn't love
NSYNC?
Britney?
What? Yeah, I liked NSYNC more than the Backstreet Boys for sure.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah.
They're just better.
Yeah. I used to get in fights with friends over
Me too.
Backstreet Boys versus
Me too.
NSYNC. I think everyone had their side though.
I know. I just don't respect people that like Backstreet Boys more.
So all the Backstreet Boys fans are going to be haters
You
now.
guys, I'm just kidding.
It's kind of weird how I feel like the industry has gone full circle and now we have the battle of the boy bands
Yeah.
again with One Direction and The Wanted.
Yeah, I like One Direction better.
Your team One Direction.
What am I doing? No, I'm just kidding.
So I want to know, eventually when you have kids,
Yes.
what advice are you going to give them? Or are you going to tell them, like your mother said, not to go in the industry at all?
I'm just going to say don't listen to your grandma. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
You have to kind of go with it, see how what the kid wants and what he or she's gravitating towards. I just feel like I don't know. It can work either way. If you go towards telling them not to do something, they're going to want to do something more.
Yeah.
And if you're like, do this, go ahead, go for it. You know, like my mom was very lenient in terms of staying out late and, you know, whatever. And I think it worked. I think. Not to toot my own horn or anything. But I don't know. She did well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that your mother gave you the advice not to go in the industry, but was your family supportive when you did come out and say that you wanted to do that?
They were. Eventually. It took a little bit, you know. Well, what are you doing? You know, we want to hear it. And eventually when they heard the stuff, they were really excited and they're really supportive now.
What was the conversation like originally when you did tell them? Or was this something that they kind of suspected and...
They knew.
Okay.
They knew. But it happened to where, you know, I eventually said, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do the whole time and full time, and sorry.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it? And they actually were really great,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm lucky.
So you've worked with a lot of amazing and established people in the industry, Tone Deaf, who's worked with Green Day, Santana, and you've also gotten a lot of comparisons to Taylor Swift, I've
Yes.
heard. Why do you think you get all those comparisons?
Well, we both have very clean, innocent voices, I think. And I don't know if we've had the same amount of boyfriends because she's out of control, apparently. But
I relate to that, though. Like, you just gotta find one that works.
it's true, I guess so. But she needs to find one already because she's getting crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think it's probably because of the sound, maybe.
How would you describe your sound for someone who hasn't heard it? We're gonna get an acoustic performance in a little bit.
Yes. It's fun. It's upbeat. It's dancey, but a little urban, and just a lot of experiences that I think everyone can relate to.
Yeah.
Girls
Girls especially. But that's what I love about, like you said, dance music with soul is like you can dance to it and you can love it and play it on repeat, and then when you actually sit down and listen to the lyrics, it actually means something.
Exactly. Like if you're at a club and you hear the song, you're like, yes, I'm gonna dance. This is what I'm talking about, you know. And then when you're in your car and you're listening to it, you're like, yeah, I get this, and I'm gonna sing to it, and it's gonna feel amazing, you know. And when I get to where I'm going, I'm gonna feel a little less crazed, I think.
So what are the majority of your songs about? Are they about relationships or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Relationships, feeling, you know, not good enough in a world where people are just picking at you all the time and telling you one thing and then telling you another thing, and just kind of trying to stay sane, like a normal person.
Yeah.
Trying to be normal.
I know one of your songs is about a friend.
Yes.
I saw that on your Facebook, I think.
Yeah, fun, actually. It's about breaking up with a girlfriend, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And actually we're friends again, so she doesn't know
Has she
it's
heard the
about-
song?
Okay, she's heard the song. She doesn't know it's about her. I'm sure she would laugh. I'm sure she would just think
Yeah.
it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, it was a tough time. She was going through a lot. I was going through a lot. And at a certain point, you know, the communication got a little hard. So it was time for a song, a breakup song, a best friend,
breakup song.
Yeah, but I think everyone can relate to it. It's like I'm just not that into you, rather than, you know, the opposite.
Yeah.
And telling someone that you're over their crap.
Sometimes that's the hardest when
It's
you
hard,
have to let
yeah.
a friend go just because
It's
they
so
aren't
hard.
the same friend that.
Sometimes it's harder for a girlfriend than a boyfriend,
Yeah.
because you rely on your friend, and you're like, that's who I call when I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing I read on Facebook was that you hate flying,
I
which
do.
must be awful when you're touring.
It's hard. Well, luckily we're driving for this
Oh, you
tour.
are?
Yeah.
Well, because it's all in the U.S.
Yes. But yeah, I really have a hard time with flying.
You went to London Fashion Week,
Yes.
and obviously you had to fly there. I'm assuming you didn't take a boat.
I wanted to take a boat. I almost did.
So what is like, how scared of flying are you? On a
Okay.
scale of like 1 to, I want to escape the plane with a parachute.
It's come to that. It's definitely come to my mind. I need like a drink before
Okay.
before I get on the plane. Because when I get on the plane, I don't want to be drinking. That's just not a good feeling.
Yeah.
But I get relaxed. I can handle it. I've
Do you have
gotten
any
better.
crazy traveling stories? So that's a yes?
No, I just had one time where I was extremely nervous. It was more of an emotional thing,
Yeah.
mixed with getting on a plane, and it was late at night, and I get a little more nervous at night, and I just kind of had a little too much to drink, and it didn't turn out very well. Let's just say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But I got through it,
Yeah.
and I'm stronger. Yeah,
That works.
That's good.
So this past year, you were a guest on an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race
I
All
was,
Stars,
yes.
alongside Kelly Osbourne and Vanessa Williams' daughter, Jillian.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, my mom and RuPaul always had this, RuPaul loved my mom. My mom loved RuPaul. And I didn't even know that there was a show, because I'm just out of the loop in general. But I heard, oh, you're going to be a guest judge on RuPaul. So I thought, oh, that's awesome. I can't wait, you know? And then I get there and they're like, okay, you're going to be on our pop girl singer team. And I'm thinking, okay, cool, right? And I got my team, and they were awesome, Raven and Juju, and they were so cool. And then they started putting drag makeup on me, and I was like, what are you doing? I don't, as a girl, you don't necessarily want to feel more, I feel better when I have less makeup on. So putting more makeup on, I was like not prepared for it.
Yeah.
So I felt a little uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, we had a lot of fun. And we got to perform the song.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, and they were so cool, and it was a lot of fun. I knew Kelly from when I was a kid. So seeing her again and hanging out was great, and she's so sweet, and
Yeah.
it was great. It was fun.
What did you expect when going into that experience?
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just thought I was just going to sit there and go, great job, but you need to just give it to me a little more. Not me going.
They just wanted you to contour a little.
Yeah.
A lot
wait,
more.
What? Yeah. It was different. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
What did you think when you watched, or did you watch the episode?
I actually have not watched the episode.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not into reality TV, right?
I'm not really into it. No. I mean, I don't really watch TV.
At all?
No. I know.
Wow.
What's wrong with me?
What
But
do you do in your spare time then?
I read, I write, I play.
Yeah. So that's more
Play.
It
It is more yeah.
sitting on a couch.
I tend to get nervous when I watch TV. I don't know why. Whatever. But it chills me out to
Yeah.
like listen to music or play music or write my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, some of your music was featured on the finale of Jersey Shore and was on the soundtrack for Snooki and JWoww
I know.
on MTV. Is that ironic? Like that
It's
you don't
crazy.
watch any of these
It's
shows?
awesome though, because I've never seen the shows. So since it was featured on the shows, I got to watch the shows. And my good friends in New York are obsessed with the shows. So they called me, and they were so excited that the songs were on the shows, and we kind of watched them together over the phone and laughed, and it was fun. They're fun. They're entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not entertaining. I just, I don't go there
Yeah.
on a day-to-day basis.
What did you think after watching it for the first time? Obviously, you'd probably heard about.
They're
all
funny.
the-
No,
yeah.
I think Snooki's really she's endearing. She's cute, and they're funny, and it's just you watch that stuff because they do things that you look at and
Yeah.
you don't understand.
Jersey Shore was actually our first podcast at AfterBuzz.
Really?
So yes, that was our inaugural podcast about 2 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, they started with just a little audio and it's expanded from there.
Wow.
So Snooki did an episode of American Horror Story for our after show. It's pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But you were also getting off topic. No, I was getting off topic. So you were nominated, or I guess you represented Herbal Essences.
Yes.
As at the Grammys this year.
Yes.
As their fresh face.
I was the fresh face, actually, of the Grammy Foundation in conjunction with
Okay.
Herbal Essences. I was on the Behind the Beauty documentary for the Grammys, and it basically documented, like people that are nominated or are, kind of veterans at the Grammys, and then the newcomers who have never been and are just kind of getting ready for it, and then the industry professionals that get the people ready and how they get ready, and basically just the non-glamorous side of getting glamorous for the Grammys, because it's not really glamorous. You're sitting there at like 7 a.m, get me some coffee, get me some, cookies.
But you can't eat because you're about to go down the red carpet and dress.
But it was amazing. It was such an honor and so surreal.
So many people aspire to, either win a Grammy, be nominated for a Grammy, attend the Grammys.
Yes.
What was that experience like?
It was crazy. I walked behind Taylor Swift on the red carpet. She is so tall, and I was wearing heels. I was wearing these heels, and she was so tall, and I almost killed Neo.
I heard that you bumped into him.
So
Literally, you bumped into him.
I bumped into him. I butt bombed him, and we both almost crashed down.
What did he say?
He was just so nice. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not okay. I want to die." No, it was cool. It was great. It was, yeah. It would have been really bad, though, if we had.
It would have been like the girl that falls at Miss USA. She gets a lot of press, though. You could have, spun that into something completely different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, any other stories from the Grammys this year?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, they just kind of checked the car for bombs, And of course, Nick, my manager, he's the bomb. So
Yeah.
I was like, just be careful.
They're like, meh.
Yeah. It was going off for some reason. No, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was just great. It was so amazing.
So you're obviously very quick-witted and funny. Where do you think you get that from? Because I know that a lot of people always say they get it from someone in their family or someone that they grew up around.
I get it from my dogs.
Your dogs? What?
No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. They're very quick-witted.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, my mom is she's quick.
Yeah.
You got to be careful for that girl. My dad's pretty quick, too. I'm just so lucky. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really that quick. If you hung out with my mom, she'd probably surprise you.
Yeah.
You'd probably go and cry in the corner for 20 minutes.
So I won't be hanging out with your mom anytime soon.
Just kidding. No. Yeah.
So getting into your music that you were just about to release, Ordinary
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
Full-length album. And what can people expect from that new album that they haven't heard on your previous EP?
It's a little more personal. There's more. There are a lot more beats. And it's very, I don't know, I don't want to say eclectic, but there's a lot from the EP, 1 Million Pieces, the debut EP, and there's a lot of new stuff. And it's just kind of like a story. It tells a long story of what people go through and maybe what people want to go through.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun. I'm proud of it. We're all proud of it.
And that drops August 5th.
Yep.
And then you are embarking on a U.S. tour, going everywhere. You have a lot of dates in California, and then you're going
Yes.
all around the country.
Yep.
What is most exciting about performing live?
Woo. What isn't? Most exciting. You know, there's so many elements of not knowing, and I think that's the most exciting.
Yeah.
You know, if you and relating, you know, depending on what the audience is like and how they're reacting to you, and it's fun. It's just fun to play with them and tell a story.
Yeah.
And see how they respond.
Yeah. So I know that you said you're going to be driving the entire way.
Yeah.
How many people are you going to be traveling with then?
3.
3?
Well, 2 plus me.
Okay.
So
who's that going to be?
it's Tone Deaf,
Okay.
and then the tour manager.
So it'll be like a big fun road trip.
Yeah, a big fun road trip, like a 2-month road trip.
Yeah.
It's fun because I haven't really seen, you know, the States. You
Yeah.
know, you go to Europe and you go wherever abroad, but it's fun to be able to travel within the States and see different things.
Are there places that you're going that you haven't been before?
Yeah.
Like where?
Everywhere. We're going to Oregon. We're going in California, and then
Okay.
we're going to back east and all that stuff. I mean, I haven't seen most of it.
Well, you've been obviously to California, New
Well,
York,
yeah.
Nevada.
Yeah.
What locations in the U.S. haven't you been yet?
I
Like
haven't-
Midwest?
The Midwest, I'm excited to see. We've been to Chicago. We haven't really been to Chicago. I'm excited to see Chicago.
Yeah.
Oregon.
That's where I'm from Chicago, so
Are you from
I'm
Chicago?
excited for you to see
Oh
Chicago.
my goodness, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
People used to say, "Are you from Chicago?"
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's weird.
I know.
You should just start talking about deep dish pizza, and then they'll
wish.
think you're a local.
I'm gluten intolerant.
What?
I know, it's so sad. So I can't eat deep dish.
Oh,
Just thin crust. I know.
I'm really sad
I
for you.
know, me too.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the drive from Des Moines to Chicago will be very fun for you. It's a lot of flat land, and you will need a lot of music in your car to get you through it.
Okay.
But just be prepared for that.
Okay.
Lots
I'm
of
excited.
snacks along the way.
Nice.
So moving forward in your career and in your life, what do you want to accomplish?
I want to accomplish, you know, I want to be able to get the music across, to make people happy. You know, if they're feeling bad, turn on the music and just let it take them away. And, you know, one day, I don't know, maybe start my own bakery, gluten-free
That could be
bakery,
cool.
and have my own soundtrack to the gluten-free bakery.
Do you bake at all?
I try.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've done it.
What's your best baked dish?
Wow. You're really putting me on the spot
Yeah.
here. I make cookies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate chip.
That sounds good. Everyone loves chocolate chip cookies.
Who doesn't?
I actually know a couple people that don't, but they're not very good people.
Actually, me too. And I agree. I agree with you. They suck.
Yeah. Like people that like oatmeal raisin are
No,
you
no, no,
crazy?
no. That's not good.
No,
Nope.
there's
That
something
says a
wrong
lot
with
about
them.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
It's bad.
know.
So, whose career do you hope
Yes.
to emulate, if anyone's?
Oh, wow. Gwen Stefani, of course. She's just kind of kept herself, but she's been able to, you know, take it to the next level every time. And even Robin, I mean, she was around in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I loved her. Show Me Love, all those songs.
Yeah.
And she came back, and it was even better, you know.
Both of them have reinvented themselves.
They have, and to be able to reinvent yourself and still be that, you know, at the core and what people saw in you in the first place. I mean, obviously Madonna, but she's just out of control. You know, at this point,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, what are you? I don't know what
I feel
to
like
think.
she's not even a person. She's just
She's
an icon.
not. That's a good thing and that's a bad thing because you can't really relate to Madonna anymore. You're like, she's just a goddess. you know?
Legendary status.
She's just a legend at this point. But with Gwen Stefani and with Robin, it's like they're still relatable, but they have this thing that they just keep reinventing themselves and keep getting more and more interesting and exciting, and they're still amazing. You know, they still do the same thing that you fell in love with them for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we are going to get into your acoustic performance.
Yes.
If you want to get up there. So tell us a little bit about the song that you're going to play today.
So this song is called Crush Gone Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a stalker song. Yeah. It's about stalking.
Personal experience?
Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of about stalking a celebrity
Okay.
and what I do in my spare time when I stalk celebrities.
Do you have a celebrity crush right now?
I have none.
Or is this song about that
this is
person?
about the celebrity crush.
Can I guess who it is?
You can guess. But you have to
What's
hear
the first
song
name?
first.
Okay.
You have to hear the song first.
Okay, after
See
the
if
song,
you
I'm
can
gonna guess.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Because there are hints
Okay.
in the song.
Now I'm nervous if I get it wrong.
I'm nervous. I'm really nervous now.
This is gonna be great.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not thinking straight. The voice in my head now say keep your head down, cancel my heart rate. I got your picture tattooed on my arm, no need for alarm. I hope you like it. My face is there too, right there next to you. This is not a love song, just a crush gone wrong. Trouble to fall in love, but this is not a love song, just a crush gone wrong, wrong. Love, 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 love. When I'm all alone and I need a moment, I play a song on repeat. Maybe I'm unwell, yeah, can't you tell, yeah, I need you so desperately. You signed my t-shirt, haven't washed it yet, I can still smell the sweat. I think you'll be happy. The video I made for you, I put it on YouTube. This is not a love song, just a crush gone wrong. Headed for a heartache, wasn't meant to last this long. It's never gonna be what we both want. It's too much trouble to fall in love. This is not a love song, just a crush gone wrong, wrong. Love, 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 love. You won't return my phone calls on my proposal, asking you to marry me. It's not because you're famous, you're just contagious, and you and I are meant to be. This is not a love song, just a crush gone wrong. Headed for a heartache, wasn't meant to last this long. I wish it were a love song, but it's all gone wrong. Locked up in a heartache, keeping me from moving on. It's never gonna be what we both want. It's too much trouble to fall in love. But this is not a love song, just a crush gone wrong. Just a crush gone wrong.
Yay!
Thank
That was so good.
So,
I deduced that it's a singer,
yes.
and that's about it. Do you have a tattoo of his face?
Maybe.
Really?
I can't show you though.
Bummer. Is it really of his face?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not that crazy.
I'm gonna take an educated guess.
Okay.
How many guesses do I get?
Let's say 2.
2?
It makes it a little more,
Okay.
yeah, exciting.
I know that you're a fan of Justin Timberlake. That's a no?
No.
Okay.
It was good though.
Fudge. Who else could it be?
You're getting a little closer.
Closer.
Yeah. One of the song names was in the song.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not that smart.
It was Maybe I'm Unwell. Yeah.
Why can't I think of it right now? Oh my gosh.
It was a couple. It was.
What
like
does it
a
rhyme
good,
with?
Bob.
Rob Thomas.
Bob
I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to use my second guess and be wrong.
Yes.
Bob Ramis. That's what it was.
Bob Ramis. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And you've covered his songs.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And he won't return your phone calls
He won't.
or proposals.
But I met him
Yeah.
at his concert because Nick, my manager, manages Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
So we went to their concert in San Antonio, and I met him before the show. And I was trying to play it cool so
Isn't that the worst?
It was so hard. It's like, nice to meet you. Hey.
But it's not
Yeah.
because they're a celebrity. It's because like you're just so.
Since I was, younger.
Yeah.
Whew, I can't.
You're blushing right now. I love it.
Yeah.
Getting flustered.
Good times.
So we should move on
Yes.
to shameless plug time.
Yes.
Do you have anything to plug?
Crush Gone Wrong.
Yeah?
It's on iTunes.
Okay.
Twitter, Kady Z, Kadyz, at Kadyz. Facebook, KadyZmusic.com.
Yeah.
ToneDeaf707.
And where can
on
fans
Twitter.
find your full tour dates?
KadyZmusic.com.
Okay.
And on Facebook. If you go to KadyZmusic.com on Facebook, you can click on the little F, and it'll show you all the information.
So they can stalk you from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Great.
Hey.
Well, I want to remind all of our fans that you can find us on iTunes and on YouTube and on our new website at AfterBuzzTV.com. You can find me at Catherine Kelly on Twitter. I said the at.
Good job.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you again next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Uh-oh. My phone's weird.
What happened?